यो गाइस व्हाट्स अप। तुम्हारा भाई आ गया फिर से लाइव। पर यार नशे आज भाई ऐसे तुम्हारा ऐसा मूड था कैसे चिल करते हैं आज कई सारे मैचेस हैं डोटा के CSGO एंड ऑल शिट, तो थोड़ा देखते हैं, थोड़ा चिल रहते मजा आएगा। मैच चला दे सही से।
Needed to take him out.
डोटा
That's
का
how much
मैच
lead
लगा
they
है
have right
डोटा
now.
का।
9K. And we just wait for the second rush, which is in another minute and a half, so a longer spawn than normal. I think it's been like 20-30 seconds since it was available to see, so. But all the outer towers, other than the tier 2 bot, are down. Now there's a DD bot for Thompson to bottle up. Which this will align pretty nicely with
OG versus Nigma का,
which I assume like from Nigma's perspective they just have to defend.
TI10 का क्वालिफायर है, मतलब I can't even stress कि भाई कितना important match है ये.
In an enclosed space like Roche,
whoever wins this match goes ahead, faces Rudra in the upper bracket. I mean in the finals of the qualifier, and who wins that
just
goes to the.
It's extremely situational what they have to do, right? They have to find a key stun that they can kill with the clips in, and they can't be on the BK beat heroes.
40 million prize pool.
They can't really lead with anyone because they have no dagger for the catch, so it can only be an Ember's Light Chains, which is not a stun, and they're playing into Relocate with Mech.
Okay, Mind Control just BKB TP this time. He was successful. Yeah. I think that's literally the reason he bought it, as Kuroki is going to get dropped in the river. So he wants to push lanes.
First map OG हार गए, and now we are coming back, boys. OG fan all the way बोलते.
He bought it. Your thoughts?
Not a fan.
Your thoughts, sir? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That's pretty insane.
Yep, there's a reason you haven't.
They don't have any BKB piercing stun unless an MKB is picked up, or a BK, or a basher. Which no one's ever going to get. It's interesting.
I don't know, I'm still puzzled. Like, I still try to understand what the reasoning is behind this. Usually Mind Control's builds and what he does in the game make a lot of sense to me, but this one is just a bit out of left field. Maybe he feels like he just... With BKB, he can get like 2 concoctions off in a fight, and without it, he can get 0. Like, maybe it's something like that. Because I really don't think it's for the split pushing argument. I just don't think you pay 4k gold for that. Aegis on Samel.
Yep, second row. It was scanned out, and that's a good question. Io has it. I assume that's who they gave it to, so Tether now stuns. We're back to 1999. That's not technically accurate. When was IO put in? Like 2006 or something like that? As we have a relocate.
OG जीतनी चाहिए यार guys.
Into the creep wave.
2 times TI champion.
Nothing else to hype up. This game is
अगर TI में नहीं जाए तो
shellacking.
It'd be
not even remotely close.
Disheartening situation.
Samel almost has satanic as well, so gonna be close to unkillable.
All of OG's heroes are sitting under an observer ward here.
तेरा की गोल्ड लीड है यार, hopefully अभी बढ़िया चल रही है OG, जीत जानी चाहिए, बाकी देखते हैं क्या होता है.
They kind of knew where they were anyway right now, to be honest. Miracle, not gonna get any career kills here.
And interestingly enough, Seb is actually building an Aghanim Scepter on Centaur. That's very cool. So this will allow you to run through the shards, which have actually been the most annoying spell for them.
मुझे लग रहा है हमें अपना टाइटल बदलना चाहिए आज के लिए. आज हमें OG को ट्रिब्यूट देना चाहिए.
GH getting gone on. Call down will just clip him, but they're gonna focus on the towers right now.
Let's tribute OG.
Oh, sharpshooter! Oh, into the power shot! Holy
damn!
GH, that was basically global. Goodness gracious!
I heard OG CSGO could use some firepower, guys.
Oh boy, that's okay. Sure. Samel pops a satanic, and he's gonna get healed to a high degree now.
Oh, this comes the
eclipse from afar. It's not really doing that much though, as the stampede is finally used. It's used for initiation though. It gets forced up to the low ground. Okay, now Mind Control trying to do as much damage as he can. 2-7 has already popped everything, but they can't do anything against the gyrocopter. Going for Io. Io finally dies. No tail. To his grave he goes. Only cost him 2 supports though. It's a 2 for 2. As Thompson looking for more. Oh my god, the shackle shot actually connects. But they don't really have any gap close. Although Thompson uses that blink. Focus fire now onto Miracle. They're going in pretty deep. Concoction's going to be dodged thanks to that BKB. And this will create enough space for Sumail to secure this barracks. At least I would assume. I mean, he still has Aegis. Okay,
Unless-
concoction, Kuroki's here, BKB's popped, Wishwhack. He's getting static linked,
Dora.
and Thompson, he's the one that has to be careful. He does not have the Aegis or the cheese or anything of that regard. All right, looks like Sumail is just gonna have to back out. As Nigma trying their best to hold on, but
Oh, he
Sumail
got
again with the
Satanic
Satanic. Not healing him that much right now. Is it gonna be able to take out Soxa on the backside as Thompson's getting quite low? Onto the high ground they go. Kuroki gets off the plasma field. They finally take out this Aegis. Beautiful shackle, but it's a little bit too late. But Seb jumps in with the hoof stomp onto 2, and that'll
Oh
clean up
भाई
another
यार,
couple members.
सारा miss हो
as
गया
OG
यार,
looking
OG
to
ने
take
तो
this
कुटाई
game
कर दी।
number 2. And with that second, yeah, this is going to be a, I would likely think a double racks.
Oh,
Seb is just going to tank up these towers as the Banjo. I know you're distracted right now, Cinderin. The Banjos did go off. And Sumail, okay. There's a couple buybacks. They can try to defend here as GH taking a lot of damage from the rocket barrage. Call down's going to connect on all 3 though. Mind control with the BKB. Thompson has the focus fire, and Sumail just focusing on the miracle as that is a death again. Die back for him as ILTW limping back to base. Looks like he'll survive, but this will be many a buildings going down. Always feels bad as a
second,
Centaur
yeah.
when you have no building
Start करना
that's able to hit runs constantly. As they're going for the tier 4, so they could go for megas technically. The tier 2 is down, but you know, the game, it feels so over. Sumail getting Lucent Beam. He does have to be a little bit careful here. He does not have Aegis, and I think they used the cheese already, if I'm not mistaken. Mind control, concoction is ripe and ready. Oh, he's going to use it onto a Thompson illusion. Very sad to see. Oh, hoof stomp? No. Looks like Mind Control is going to find his way to the grave, along with GH. And Team Nigma are going to finally lose game 2. This game was over. It's been over for about 20 minutes, I have to say.
They did a pretty good job hanging in there, but this game felt a lot more inevitable than game 1.
यार हमने मिस कर दिया यार।
Game 1 kind of felt like it got largely decided at the second Roche and the following fight, but in this game, they were just so far behind from minute 15, like absolutely destroyed. And this is something that teams can often fall victim to. It's like, it's also easy to be the spectator to this, right? And just be like, you know, if Nigma would have won, we would have been like, wow, it was so brilliant to put Razor support and Alk off lane. And now that they lose, we can be like, wow, they were being too cute, right? But honestly, maybe just went a bit too crazy here, right? Like trying to overthink things and got too complicated, and they end up doing something wacky here with the Razor on position 5. And they, correct me if I'm wrong, OG or Nigma had the overall last pick, right? Ember was the final pick of the draft, I believe.
I think
so. They knew the matchup. They picked it into Windrainer, and he got destroyed. So kind of similar to the interview from yesterday where they picked TA into Razor. I think Miracle was just feeling this is a good Ember game. And I think it could have been. He just got absolutely trashed in lane like I've barely ever seen before from him. Just stood no chance against tops in this game, and OG are heating up. It's going to be a cool game 3. I hope for Nigma's sake that they don't go too crazy once again and find something.
Hello. कर दिसी साउंड क्या सीन है चलो इस तो लो। अरे क्या हाल चाल है सौरभ? बहुत बढ़िया भाई, तू सुना दे। यस भाई, आजकल वैलोरेंट में स्वाद आ रहा है, पता है लिरिक्स है। यार पता नहीं मेरा ओबीएस क्या बीटी दे रहा था आज। चलो अब तो ठीक हो गया। लेट्स डू दिस। ये क्या हो रहा है भैया? ओ चल गया भाई, चल गई। बीसीसी नहीं देखना आज। एनिग्मा का क्या है? एनिग्मा क्या ही खेल रही है? क्या हो गया भाई? वेलोसिटी को हराने लगे क्या एनिग्मा? ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता यार। क्या चल रहा है बीसीसी में भाई? मैं तो आइडिया नहीं यार। मैं पता है इतना प्रो सीन फॉलो नहीं करता वैलोरेंट का। अभी देखूं क्या? पर मुझे पता उससे वेलोसिटी से मैच था ना एनिग्मा का, या किससे मैच था? चेक करें। जी को ऑलमोस्ट हरा दी थी फर्स्ट राउंड ओटी में, जीते जी। ओ शिट, जी को ओटी तक ले गए एनिग्मा। भाई जी नहीं हरा सकते यार। जी बहुत ओपी है भाई, जी बहुत ज्यादा ओपी है। जी कांट लूज। दो स्ट्रीम चल रही है, हिंदी और इंग्लिश। एक दो गलती करी, बाकी 13-11 जीत जाते हैं निगमा वाले। भाई ओटी में ले जाना जी को इज अ बिग थिंग, पता है। मैं पीछे करके देखता हूँ ना क्या चल रहा है। सर बीच में रुक गया क्या मैच? अच्छा। फर्स्ट में अभी जीती 5-4। टेक्निकल टाइम आउट हुआ है क्या? 6-4 पे भाई, मतलब कट टू कट चल रहा था, है ना? और हम हल्का सा कुछ स्पाइक रश वगैरह लगाते हैं यार, उसके बाद देखेंगे। अब क्या सीन है भाई? पहले ओबीएस फिर वैलोरेंट, पीटी ही दिए जा रहे हैं ये तो। बैठ जा नीचे चचा, बैठ जाओ। कल गॉडल को भी ओटी में हराया था 19-17 कुछ। क्या बात कर रहा है? हाँ सेकंड मैप कट टू कट चल रहा है। हाँ भाई, ये तो 6-4 तो लाइक कट टू कट। गॉड लाइक को हराया इसने, एनिग्मा ने। यही यही टूर्नामेंट में बीसीसी में हराया, या उसमें कोई क्या कहते हैं, तुम्हारा कौन सा टूर्नामेंट चल रहा हो? अरे यार वही अपना टेक करके ना, टीईसी करके कुछ चल रहा ना। भाई तुम्हें डोटा का सीन फॉलो करना चाहिए, पता। हाँ कल बीसीसी के क्वार्टर में। भाई आज डुअर्ड आया ओजी के लिए, पता? आज डुअर्ड आया, अगर ओजी हार गई आज तो भाई टीआई में नहीं जा पाएगी, सोच रहे हो? इतनी बड़ी बात है भाई। जी वर्सेस निगमा ब्रो, मैं वही देख रहा था अभी अभी, बस उसमें थोड़ा ब्रेक है तो मैंने कहा भाई चल इतने कुछ हल्के स्पाइक रश वगैरह लगा लेते हैं, उसके बाद खेलेंगे, तो उसके बाद देखेंगे। भाई पहला मैप ना भाई हम सब सारे बैठ के साथ में देख रहे थे, परेशान हो गए भाई कि क्या चल रहा है यार, ये ओजी कर क्या रही है भाई, ऐसे कैसे जीतेंगे। ओजी भी ना उल्टे सीधे हीरो पिक करती। कल ओजी के लग गए थे ना, बहुत मोट लगे थे ब्रो, 3 डेड हो गया था एक। भाई वो जो वो गाने मैंने भेजे तेरे को, तूने देखे जिससे कॉपीराइट लगा? हार गई ओजी, अबे जाना। जीतेगी भाई। हर्षिल गुप्ता परेशान करता है बस मेरे को। हाँ भेजे हैं, डिस्कॉर्ड पे भेजे, कई तो भेजे थे तेरे को। अब तो नहीं भेजे, नहीं। व्हाट्सएप देख ले, कहीं तो भेजे थे यार, मैं भूल गया कहाँ भेजे मैंने। एक दो दिन पहले भेजे थे डिस्कॉर्ड पे शायद। भाई पूरी दुनिया वो सोलो की प्लेलिस्ट चला रही है, हमें कॉपीराइट पड़ना था भाई। सही है भाई, ये तो कुछ नहीं चल रहा भाई आज। नहीं दिए हैं। 201 के टोटल व्यूअर्स, काउंटर स्ट्राइक ग्लोबल ऑफेंसिव, वैलोरेंट 163 के। हम्म। वैलोरेंट सर्वर्स डाउन। ओ अच्छा, ये सीन है क्या? भाई बता भाई, कभी कभी तो तेरा भाई चालू करता है खेलना। सर्वर डाउन हो गए इतने में भी। भाई ओजी कहाँ है मेरी भाई, ओजी जिताओ भाई, ओजी टेक माई एनर्जी बट नॉट माई स्किन्स, हेलो। विनर गोज टू TI10, यहाँ देखना ओजी को, यहाँ चाहिए ओजी, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ओजी गोज टू TI10 भाई। प्लीज गाइस मेक इट हैपन। से लड़ते लड़ाते लौंडे आए हैं यार, थोड़ा तो भाई, थोड़ा तो मतलब वो करो यार, 2 बार टीआई जीत चुके हैं, इनके लिए तो डायरेक्ट स्लॉट होना चाहिए, तुम सीधा भेज दो भाई, सीधा चले जाओ। हाँ सर्वर डाउन, वीसीसी को पॉज कर दिया। लॉल। ग्रेट गेम गाइस, ग्रेट गेम। गेम फ्यूचर, गेम ऑफ द फ्यूचर। नहीं होती हैट्रिक, लिख लो भाई, देख ठीक है। सेकंड भी लोगों ने कहा था कि नहीं होती, ये नहीं होता, वो नहीं होता, लेकिन भाई बन गए ना। तब 2 टाइम टीआई विनर्स, ये भी बहुत बड़ी बात है, मतलब मैं, तू छोड़ दो जीतना छोड़ दो, बट टीआई में देखना है भाई, मेन स्टेज पे होने चाहिए इनका, एक मैच वैच होना चाहिए कोई इजी विजी के साथ, मतलब एकदम ना रगड़ा बट्टी सी हो जाए, हम भी खुश हो देख के कि स्वाद सा आ गया भाई। एनिग्मा की किस्मत ही खराब है, 6-4 लीड एंड अब सर्वर डाउन। भाई पता है मोमेंटम टूट जाता है, बहुत बीटी हो जाती है ऐसे, स्पेशली इतने ऐसे टूर्नामेंट्स में ना मोमेंटम टूट जाता है। और फिर वही बात है, तुम कितने कूल और काम कितने उससे खेलते हो कि तुम्हारा मोमेंटम रहता है, वही वाली बात है। अब नहीं कर पाते, कुछ लोग कर भी लेते हैं, अब ये लोग यार, ये वही बात है यार, ये लोग सारे पुराने प्लेयर्स हैं, तो दे नो दैट शिट ना, वो कर लेंगे। हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा। ये क्यों नहीं चालू कर रही है टाइमर, चलो फिर 10 से गिनती गिनूंगा मैं। अक्सर तुम बड़े दिनों बाद दिखे भाई, क्या सीन है, हेलो। करते सी कलाम मुंडे भाई कितना सुंदर है यार ये
adaptation here in a series like this. Everything
क्या
on
10
the line.
क्वालिफायर क्या
Literally
बनाते हैं
everything. Because
यार
if you lose here, sure you come third. Congratulations. You get nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And if you win here, you have a chance. Still have to play another series. You have a chance of actual literal millions. Here with T-Gov
इमेजिन
and
बाय एनी
Milan.
चांस सोचो
And this is game 3.
बाय एनी
The
चांस हो
lower
जी
finals. OG
भाई सुन
versus Team Nigma.
कड़क
Both
पापा
teams having won
जीतेगी
one game
OG
so
will
far,
win
Milan. Do you feel like you
ऐसे
have
मत बोलो
a
यार
preferred
ऐसे मत
favorite
बोलो
for
भाई
this
हम
game
कब
3?
से
You know, we've
सपोर्ट
seen
कर रहे
both
हैं
teams
ओजी को
win
कल
once.
रात को मैं और
What do you
मन्नू
feel
बैठ के रो
like
रहे थे कि भाई क्या
the
हो
most
रहा है
played
यार
better
ये
Dota?
जिताओ भाई इनको कोई क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग
Pre-series, I would have a OG.
अरे एबीसी व्हाट्सएप क्या हाल चाल है भाई
Nigma's number.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it's not the same roster minus Jerax and Anna. The Jerax was huge part of it. Viha was huge part of it as
ने
well.
स्टोरी देखी
Like Jerax always brought another speed to OG's gameplay, like playing.
भाई
Pass
कल
to
हम
punch,
स्ट्रीम पे देख तो
whatever.
रहे
You
थे
see, Saksa a bit of a
हम
different style. He's
मैच बैठ के
also
देख रहे
huge
थे
shootouts, just
इसका
shout out to
ओजी का और
Saksa. He's
इसका
a great player.
टूंड्रा
He's
का
really playing amazing.
ये
But
हक गई
I think OG is
ओजी जीतनी
my
चाहिए
favorite.
भाई और ये टूंड्रा
Without
ने
draft,
क्या
as I
खेलना
said
शुरू कर
before,
दिया
Without
भाई
draft.
पता नहीं यार
Without
कोई आइडिया
draft,
नहीं यार एक
all
तो यार
players
ये
are
भी
like
इतना टट्टी लाइनअप पिक
very,
करते हैं ना
very
कुछ
similar.
भी भाई वो लड़का
Like
टॉपसन वो
draft,
मिड पे
like
कुछ भी खेलता है भाई वो
And team, we
उसको भी
just saw that
वो खिला रहे हैं भाई
first
वो
pick
क्या
goes
नाम है
the way
उसका
of
यार
Team
नाम भी
Nigma.
नहीं
So
पता मुझे
far,
ढंग से उसका
games that we
क्या
just
कहते
saw,
हैं
first pick has been
वुडविंक
in the hands of the
वो
winner.
खिला
I
रहे हैं
feel
उस
like
बेचारे
that's
को
a
मिड पे
deciding factor.
जान ले
What
रखी है
kind of
उसकी
impact does that
वो
have?
हर बार भाई मैं देख रहा हूँ सामने वाले मिड से पिट रहा होता है वो पूरा टाइम रगड़ा बट्टी चल रही थी भाई की मिड पे ये ओजी है वो वाली ओजी नहीं रही बेटा सब ऐसे कहते हैं ट्रू फैंस हमेशा सपोर्ट करते हैं मैंने 4 सेकंड का आर्टवर्क बना के प्रोफाइल पे लगा दिया तब से सभी एमएम जीत गए बाबा 4 सेकंड की जय हो
OG, of course, in the first series, they weren't really, I guess, ready for the Invoker, or at least weren't ready for that kind of.
मैं बता रहा हूँ उसका लगा ले कुकली का
At least should level the playing field a bit.
फिर तो
because
टूर्नामेंट
you've
भी
got some
जीतेगा
experience on this scenario. But yeah, it's, I don't know. You know, me and Milan, we were talking about it. The
Navi क्या?
coin toss, it's a very historical thing in Dota 2. Maybe it could be a skill-based thing for future tournaments. Maybe I might start that petition right now. Get the 1v1 mids
अरे
going.
इनकी
Let's
बग
not
बग
just leave
बंद
it to a
कराओ
simple.
और जल्दी
But
चालू
yeah,
कराओ
it's great.
इतना
I know drafting's all that fun, and yeah, we'll see
एनए
when
की
the draft starts.
टीम
Like,
है ना
actually,
नावी
what
नहीं ब्रो
the
नावी
quality that has, like,
सीआईएस
what are they giving up?
यूक्रेनियन
Well,
लॉन्ड
we
है ना
already
away the
seen
Luna.
सीआईएस
Luna and Terrorblade. So we know traditionally the
मेरा लगा ले
Terrorblade is
तो तेरे को
a counter to
opping
the
skills आ
Luna,
जाएंगी।
but we have seen
भाई,
LTW go for the full magic build to deal with that Terrorblade a little bit better. Milan, it is still Nigma that pick up that Terrorblade, so they leave the Luna in the pool for OG to pick up if they want it.
Oh, the swaps in the bans are like to be expected because of the swap of
भाई,
Discord.
मतलब
They need to get rid of the
प्राइस
IO
पूल
and
सोचो
Invoker. But
निग्मा
first,
FTW
I thought they were not
चल
gonna
तू
pick
काट
either and just like
तू मिल मेरे को
punish
तू मिल मेरे को
Monazi.
बेटा तू जहाँ
Because
मिलेगा
they
ना मैं
would
बता
pick
दूँ तेरे को
2-3, they would pick Terrorblade if they
बेटा
would
तुम्हारी
they would
निग्मा
pick
टूट रहा
Terrorblade,
सबको
they
रहेंगे
would
आज
just
तू
punish
देखता
them.
जा आज ओजी
But
जीतेगी
the
भाई
first pick Terrorblade. This is I like the mini meta.
Yes,
औरत
very
से
rewarding.
भाई
Yeah.
ये क्या बात है
It's
But
like
Milan, we just saw Kuroki play the POS 5
भाई
race.
मैं क्या
This
कह रहा
could
था
be the POS 5. No,
इस बार
Yeah.
टीआई का प्राइस पूल
I mean,
$40 million
I'm gonna explode it. Like this is
मतलब
what
यार
I'm talking about.
कुछ हद होगी भाई
Is this
realistically,
then the
टीआई
Lion
10
Elk?
प्राइस
Like, are we going
प्राइस
back to
पूल
that?
It should not be the
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन
Alchemist because
No.
they
Winner
played
कितने
the
लेके
other
जाएगा?
day and against Tundra and they got punished with the TB when they picked out.
फर्स्ट प्लेस विल
So
टेक
this is
होम
for Naga. Naga
$18.2
can be,
million
this is like a bait.
US
It
dollars
is like a good matchup on TB. For
But
at least they understand it. They
18.2 US
they might still
L
bait it.
USD
Like we
to
saw
INR.
Saksa Smurf or whatever play Naga.
Mhm.
You know, it could be easily Naga.
क्यों भाई?
support.
135 करोड़
I'm just happy
56
the
लाख
fact that we're in a game
72,500
three. Both of these
रुपए
teams are teams that we kind of
135 करोड़
realistically
रुपए
from the region we would expect to be at TI.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're talking about like the single game being like what can remove or what will remove one of these teams from TI contention is It's just weird to think about, but yeah, they do go for this Naga, like Manan said. It has that flexibility of forward carry. It was one of the heroes that Enigma did ban out in the
भाई
previous
क्या
game.
हुआ
when they had
divided by
Terrorblade, 'cause
5
of
क्यों
course,
नहीं हुआ
Naga is
भाई
one of the better heroes. Any of the illusions really are pretty good
What?
against Terrorblade.
I really hope that Team Nigma bans the Darkseid, because like this is like the Naga response.
Oh,
like I
that's
can
true,
see
yeah.
OG just
Divide
do
क्यों नहीं हो रहा
Darkseid
ये
Naga offlane, counterpick
और उसके लिए आए से
the Team Baron.
अरे मैं भी ओजी फैन हूँ लेकिन
go,
सोचो
like,
हर
thi-
बार
thi-
ओजी जीत
this
जाए
is the bait you
टूर्नामेंट
don't
का
wanna
मजा नहीं आएगा
end up in. Like picking 2 core heroes when enemies picks 2 supports. Like
भाई
it can
इस
be
वक्त
really
ओजी की पोजीशन देख रहे हो
Especially
तुम
with
मैं ऐसे
the
ऐसे
Timbersaw pick,
वो
like
एक
having the
पतली
Naga
सी
as your carry doesn't feel as great
क्या कहते हैं
anymore.
रस्सी टंगी हुई है
And,
उस पे हाथ पकड़ा
the
हुआ
main
है ओजी ने
Darkseid combination that
चल
Manan was
रहे हैं बस
mentioning,
चल
which
रहे
when you
हैं
song, you can of course
जोर से
vacuum
ब्रेक
during
लगेगी
it.
आगे
So
जाके
even if
गिरेंगे
it doesn't, you don't have to have that good song.
TI
You literally just
10
press
winner
it, run in,
predictions.
you find the Terrorblade, and then you always will connect the spells because you can use it during the song itself. So actually, yeah, I like that suggestion a lot.
नहीं नहीं मतलब ले लेजेंड
They're gonna
बताऊं मेरे को
ban
लगता है
the-
सीक्रेट
the
जीतेगी
Nyx. They're gonna
Like,
ban the Puck.
it
The-
has
the
to be
Nyx is
secret
good
bro
against
अब
the
तो मतलब
Darkseid.
इन्होंने लॉकडाउन से
there
लेके
is
अभी
only
तक
one
भाई
bad match for
डेढ़
the
साल में जो
Team
रगड़ा
Nigma.
पट्टी करी है अब तो सीक्रेट का
It's
बनता है भाई
scary,
जीतना
man.
इतना
Scares me.
डोमिनेट कर लिया
The
इन्होंने
Seb Darkseid is like
This- yeah.
it's
Game 3.
that thing
Secret
scares
जीतेगी
me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see if that's what they will ban out. Because so far with the Pugna and the Puck ban, it seems like they are trying to make Miracle have a good game this game because they're running out some of the top.
135 करोड़ 56,72,500
They did
रुपए
this
को
in previous games as
हम
well.
वो कर रहे थे
They-
डिवाइड कर रहे थे
they
ना
pick,
5
like,
से
no
क्या हुआ है
money
हुआ
strong
क्यों नहीं
lineup, so the
हो
Puck,
गया
especially the
27 करोड़ 11,34,500 रुपए पर बंदे को मिलेंगे
getting it out of it is good.
समझ रहे हो तुम
Respect as well, of
जो
course. I
जीतेगा
mean, the early aggression that
मतलब
Hero
चलो
can bring to
इसमें
the
से जो भी
table,
अपना
you can
टैक्स
100%
हटा लो
the TB
और
before he
जो भी
has,
इनकी
BKB
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
and
अगर
most
कुछ
points of
रखती
the
होगी
game,
तो
so
रखती होगी या
yeah,
व्हाटएवर
just
आई डोंट
fully
नो
respecting what Toxic can
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
bring
का क्या
and
सीन
just
रहता है
preventing,
टीआई का प्राइस
or
पूल तो
enabling
कुछ ना
for
कुछ
the
रखते ही होंगे
Terrorblade
अगर कोई
to
जीतेगा
access
तो
their
ये
jungle
तो उनका
early
होगा
on.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का पैसा है भाई
We're talking a little bit about what we want to see banned out on the side of Team Nigma, that we're a bit worried about the Darkseer making an appearance on the side of OG. But what do we want to see on the side of Team Nigma? Because
मेरे बाप
I'm
ने भी नहीं
looking
देखे
at
होंगे
this
इतने
Templar
अबे किसी के
Assassin
बाप
that
ने
is
देखे
still
होंगे
in
समझ
pool
रहा
for Miracle, and we have
अब
seen him
मुकेश
crush with
अम्बानी
that
तुम्हारा
even in
बाप हो तो अलग
matchups
बात
that
है
weren't
भाई
necessarily favorable for
एनी
TA
अंबानीज इन
team.
द चैट
I'm just trying to think of. Yeah, TA is okay. I think DK might be able to respect that, but TA and TB on the same team.
लायन और नागा
I won't lie, Shiva, my whole brain
नोकर
right now
बैन
is saying
आईओ
what the
बैन
GH area
लीना
is. I'm
बैन
trying to work
Okay.
out like how
टीबी
what
बैन
form
अरे
to bring.
चलो चलो
Because
गाइस
it's like,
बाय बाय
when you
बोल दो
open up with TB
हार
and
चुके
Timber,
हैं हम ये
and,
गेम
like, you see these brands from OG, like I'm
बाय
trying
बाय
to
ओजी
picture like what's
निग्मा
the
इज
GH
गोइंग टू
area
द
right now
फाइनल्स
that
अगेंस्ट
if
टूंड्रा
it is gonna be this
बहुत
like,
मारेगा
song or whatever, this
ILTW
song
ना
factor, you need a hero
मतलब
that can start the fight
खोल खोल
100%.
के मारेगा
If you
धोबी
jump this
पछाड़
Naga,
मारेगा
you have to kill her pre-song. And like when you're already banging out these like kind of bigger fours that have that stun potential, like what's left? Like Tusk, you don't want to go Phoenix or anything into a Naga anymore because of the song. Like
बहुत
Willow's
तेज
not
मारने
that
वाला
great.
ये
So
टीबी से पता
I'm
नहीं
just-
टीबी
I'm
क्यों
currently
पिक कर
racking
लिया
my brain on
यार
how Nigma's gonna
मतलब
actually
इन्होंने
execute
बैन
the
क्यों नहीं
hero
किया
right now.
टीबी
I think I'm just also watching this ban from Nigma. I think it's
Yeah.
deciding.
मिरेकल
but I
होगा
think,
टिम्बरसो
they have first pick from Team Nigma. They will just be reactionary. I can see the GH maybe play the Shadow Shaman. It's kind of decent against Naga, and it's like one of his signatures. He spans it recently,
That's true.
and like it's an okay laner. They need stuns. They have two
They
heroes
have to,
without
yeah.
any stuns, so they want to pick it up. Or they ban the Enigma. Enigma Naga is also like historically very hard to deal with.
Very
Enigma is
pussy.
also Seb's
Yeah,
famous
no,
hero. This way or another. Sometimes.
One of the purple heroes is getting through it, right? It's the Darkseid or the Enigma. Okay.
भाई
One
गाइस
of them.
भाई
Will
आज
they
हम
pick it, you know?
300 सब के बहुत पास हैं कितने हो चुके हैं
This ban is gonna be telling. This ban on OG is gonna tell the
294 सिर्फ
what
6
it
सब्स
looks
दूर है भाई तो भाई अगर आपको स्ट्रीम
I
अच्छी
think
लग रही
they're
है तो
in a
लाइक
position
सब्सक्राइब
for-
करना
like
और
they've
भाई अपने
already shown
लॉन्डो
a
में
lot of
शेयर
respect
करना
to GH, and I think that's the main
आज
thing here.
पहुंचेंगे
When you
300
pick a
सब
Timbersaw in first phase,
हम
the
स्ट्रीम बंद नहीं
full
करेंगे
role
जब तक हम
becomes
300
so
सब नहीं
nice.
होते
Maybe
हैं
Milan can disagree,
Okay,
agree
done.
here, because it's like you can pick the perfect hero to roam or do anything because you are kind of freed up in the game. So you want to have some type of like decent matchup to be able to kill mid or to bully that 5, and that's why I think OG is just using all the bans on this 4 position.
And if you're expecting a Darkseer on the side of OG, should they use this ban to protect the Darkseer maybe a little bit more?
फुटबॉल देखते हो नो
We
ब्रो
often
फुटबॉल
see
नहीं
oracles
दोस्त तो मेरे बहुत
against
सारे हैं जो
Darkseers,
देखते हैं
get rid of
लेकिन
the iron shells in
मैं
the
नहीं
lane
देखता
and make him
फुटबॉल
have a slower, a lot slower game.
Oracle is cool, but Darts
बट
special
मैंने
is
मेरे
like
ख्याल से शायद तब
G,
देखा था
some
लास्ट
of them
जब वो
say
ब्लंडर हुआ था
it's-
जर्मनी वाला
they
फीफा
can
में।
play against it. It's not like the end of the
जब
world.
300
I
हो
think
जाएंगे
OG
तो
is gonna
बंद
pick
कर
up
देगा।
either
नहीं नहीं,
the carry
अगर देखो
or
पहले हो गए
OG,
300 भाई तो भाई
offline now.
खुदा
So
की
we
कृपा
see these two matchups.
एंड भाई आप लोगों का प्यार। और
I think they wanna
लेट
keep
हुए
Naga
तो भाई
fights going a
लेट ही
bit.
बंद करेंगे, पहले हुए तो हम
So,
पूरे टाइम पे ही
so
बंद
offline
करेंगे।
right
टेंशन
here.
मतलब है।
And then they banned the Tiny as well because of course Miracle played that before.
आज तुम्हारा
he
भाई
still can't
रूटीन
be that
ठीक कर
4-0,
गया,
but when
सुबह
Miracle
अर्ली
played
उठा
it
आज तो
the other day,
फुल
it's
रगड़ा
devastating.
तुम्हारे
Go
भाई
for
ने।
a
ओह
sanking.
आ गया, स्वाद आ गया।
It's
अभी रुक फिर
it's a
5 मिनट। ओ भाई
quite
आर्मी आ रही है
similar
भाई।
line of thought, like a heavy magic damage, good in lane versus TB. And
Is
it's
this
like,
where OG gets like super creative? You know, the wombo combo. Like Dogs is still on the table right now, in my opinion. You know, like we're
Sand
big
King.
fans of it, but like
भाई मुझे तो इनका
imagine,
कोई
like, a
आइडिया नहीं है
Song
ओजी क्या
into
करती है
Darkseer,
लाइनर्स में। आई हैव नो
SK
आइडिया।
Lion, some like
Yeah.
casual SK mid or something. Even
5
Yeah,
मिनट
Naga
बाद
was
characters.
बंद हो
was
जानी
it
चाहिए।
SK mid for
नहीं
Thompson
होगा
or
भाई
for
भी नहीं
Miracle
भाई,
when we
नो
saw
बंद।
one first
Miracle.
round?
It was
Was
Miracle.
Miracle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Deep
yeah.
is
कोपा
Miracle was
अमेरिका का
playing.
फाइनल है
But he
had
had
5:30
to be
पौने।
Naga
quite
carry, right?
overshowing.
देखेंगे, स्टार्ट करेंगे फुटबॉल देखना।
It just maybe
थोड़ी सी मेरे
they
को वो
worried
चाहिए
a
कि
bit
हेल्प
about it Oracle or Ench coming
है।
out.
कोई मेसी फैन
true.
फ्रेंड सर्कल में भाई,
They could just
बिगेस्ट
be
मेसी
happy
फैन है
with,
मेरे पास। ये
just
ना
like
अपना लड़का
SK
गौरव
Naga as
स्वरूप,
a lane
They
himself.
should probably
वो है
pick up
भाई
GH here now.
मेसी फैन।
The
ओपी
I'm
मेसी
just
फैन है वो।
thinking that
एक वो है मेरे इटाची
what's
भी
the
मेसी
team
फैन है
that
मेरे ख्याल से।
besides the
मोहित सोनी।
Shadow
Let's go
Shaman,
for the
the
bench.
bench.
Yeah, something they've always
So-
paired with the Terror Blade. They mentioned it
Yeah.
during game one. Just the aura helps with the
The
TB,
draw ranger.
and they go for Drow. Yeah, of course, Drow is very good against TB because your aura just cuts through the armor of TB. And I think if you have Sanking and Naga, you're always going to be
भाई
able
मुझे
to
नहीं पता,
kind of
आई एम नॉट श्योर
protect her
अबाउट
in a
दिस
way through
लाइनअप।
song or just
व्हाट
through
आर
just
ओजी
having
डूइंग,
bodies in front of her.
व्हाट आर दे
Gives
डूइंग?
you
आई
a
हैव
good
नो
lane
आइडिया।
against Timbersaw as well to
इधर
some
नहीं,
degree.
अर्जेंटीना वर्सेस ब्राजील है।
They
क्या वो
they
वर्ल्ड कप
do
शुरू हो
this
गया क्या?
Double counters. The Sanking
या
and
फीफा
draw are
जो
like
भी है मतलब?
the heroes to
ये
go
कोई और
versus
कप चल रहा है?
versus the TB. But the bottom lane it can go rough. But this is of course they're again flexing. You know the
Yeah,
the,
नहीं,
everything's
कोपा
like
अमेरिका
draw,
कप।
the Sumail draw, the Thompson Sanking, Saxa Sanking, yada yada. And
तो
they
देखे
pick
कल
up the
सुबह
Mars.
क्या कहते हैं
Now
फुटबॉल?
they are also flexing. This can be a timber mid. You know,
Yeah, this is everything.
the Miracle is famous for his, not famous, but he can play a very good timber mid.
यार ये
Also just,
टीबी टिम्बर ना बहुत डर
foreign
लग रहा है मेरे को,
arms. You want to spear the Sanking
अमेरिकन
out,
टीम्स के
Sandstorm,
लिए।
help the terrorist.
We
My
saw
last
the
face, he was like-
Razor,
You
too
never
cute.
know. You
I
never
think
know.
they're gonna stay away from too cute.
तो यूरोप की टीम के
Yeah,
लिए
that's
यूरो
true.
कप होता है।
Both of these
बीच में
both of
अमेरिका
these
ने
teams are really
क्रिकेट में
just
भी
kind of
अपना
showing
हाथ
everything,
पैर
but
डालने की
keeping
कोशिश करी थी
everything
ना
so
मेरे
open,
ख्याल से।
like,
कुछ टीम ही बनाई तो थी लेकिन
I
फिर
don't know,
चला नहीं,
Nog
कुछ सीन
B4,
हुआ नहीं,
Drug be mid.
है ना?
Realistically, what OG needs is probably someone who can actually walk into the fight. Everyone right now wants to kind of stand at the back and kind of enable each other. Like, yeah, don't worry, I'll keep you alive. But there's not that one guy who kind of absorbs the damage. Like Nigma, they have a Mars, they have a Timbersaw. They have so many ways to walk up high grounds and start a fight. I think it's maybe where OG could lack some of these kind of.
भाई लिटरली मैं बता रहा हूँ, तुम्हारा भाई डाइटिंग नहीं कर रहा होता ना, मैं तो इतना बड़ा वो लेके बैठता, कहते हैं टब पॉपकॉर्न का और साथ में पेप्सी। ओहो हो भाई, ये तो होने वाला मतलब लेजेंड मैच। मतलब समझ रहे हो भाई इस मैच पे कितना टिका हुआ है, डू और डाई है भाई। जो हारेगा बाहर, गए चांसेस खत्म, यू आर गोइंग होम, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टीआई। तुम अब स्टैंड्स में बैठोगे, तुम प्लेयर में नहीं, प्लेयर एज अ प्लेयर नहीं आ सकते। अमेरिका की क्रिकेट टीम है अभी भी, अच्छा है क्या उनका? वही है, नाम वाम तो कहाँ ही आता है भाई। शाहरुख खान ने वहाँ की कंट्री टीम खरीद रखी है। व्हाट? क्रिकेट की
Game 3
क्या
as
बात
well.
कर रहे हैं?
Complete comfort. You go for a casual monkey. Yeah. Oof. Now I respect that.
क्या
And I
मतलब
just- it
कुछ वो है
simplifies,
क्या?
like,
कुछ क्लब टाइप है या
Nigma
कैसे?
lost that
मतलब
second game
कंट्री
because
टीम
like
है?
their key hero in the game was completely shut down. Just maybe for an outplay, it wasn't like a matchup, and they actually go for the Phoenix. I wasn't expecting Phoenix just because of like Naga and the value of Song here, but
ओजी
they
का
go for it
स्टैंड
anyway.
में भाई है ना,
They value
वो
just being able
जीतेगी
to
भाई,
survive.
जीतेगी ओजी, मुझे
You know,
भरोसा है यार
it
गाइस,
literally
डू
is
इट
kind of a
यार।
copy of game 1, right?
और
The song doesn't matter. Like if you're inside of the arena,
That's true. That's true.
It's just gonna delay you. It's like Mars Phoenix is one of the strongest.
Oh.
Oh, they go for the Razor.
There you go. All right, who's picking what? That's the key thing.
Not the Razor 5 guys. Don't
No,
do
no.
it.
It's
Yeah.
the Miracle Timber.
Oh, it's a 5 Naga.
Yeah.
Miracle
Five
Timber
Naga
पता था
versus
मेरे को।
Thompson Lion.
भाई
Okay.
बहुत अच्छा खेलता है
Sure.
यार टीम
I think the main thing is
Yeah.
like in Dota, and like
अमेरिका का
any
आईपीएल
melee
समझ
5
लो
support can enable a range carry because
हाँ जी,
you're
हाँ।
literally a body. Doesn't matter what you play, right? You just you exist.
We have in the previous 2 games, there's a little bit of a theme with the mid lane going, you know, either Thompson's or Miracle depending on who won the game. Razor versus Timbersaw, Milan.
टॉपसन रेजर
I think
Sumail Rao,
Razor has a bit of an
Seb,
edge early levels, but I would say
नोटेल
it's a bad matchup for Razor.
नोटेल नागा
I think
सायरन
the team Nigma got this one. I
पर
think
ठीक भी
they
और
got the
कौन
better
खेलेगा
core
वो
matchups.
ठीक है
The way the OG is trying to counter
क्रिकेट इस टाइम वर्ल्ड में
I think they
4-5 टीम ही
Denver will do
खेलती हैं
it. Like
लेजिटली
they have 2 range
भाई
heroes
देख
versus the
इंडिया
Master, and Mars gonna have a
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
decent
साउथ
lane.
अफ्रीका इंग्लैंड न्यूजीलैंड
They're gonna be in trouble.
वेस्ट इंडीज श्रीलंका क्यों भाई सारी टीम है क्या बात कर
Miracle's
रहा
gonna pop off.
तो
Quick
सही टीम है
prediction, T.
Fun game.
पाकिस्तान है
Emulating game 1.
लेजिटली तुम्हें इसलिए लग रहा है क्योंकि
Learn a bit
मतलब
more from that game because
हम देखते वो है ना समझ रहे अब इंडिया
Okay,
खेल
well,
रही है साउथ
looking
अफ्रीका से
scary,
ऑस्ट्रेलिया
looks
से
like
बाकी
we're gonna
मैचेस
have
भी
a
होते
remake
रहते
of
हैं
game
तो वो
1.
भी
That
देखो
means 30 kills
श्रीलंका
in
के मैचेस होते हैं वेस्ट इंडीज
20
वगैरह सबके
minutes.
मैचेस होते
I'm
ही
down
हैं
for that. Our commentary team is ready for that as well. Let's head over
पर
to
हम वो
Sunshine
देखते नहीं
and
तो हमें उनका आइडिया नहीं रहता
Hello, Cinderin.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Man, can I... What's
वैसे
going on
बैठूंगा।
today with the Dota? The
हाथ
drafting
जोड़ के
Good question.
ए भगवान
is absolutely crazy today from both teams. So we
South
just went from a
Africa, Sri
5
Lanka.
Razor to a 5 Naga.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think
I think
neither of
हो
those
गई।
have been played in the
अबे
entirety of
भाई
this
कोई
qualifier, maybe
टूर्नामेंट
any of the
नूब
regions. I
लगता है
could be
हमें
wrong. There might have been like a
आती
Razor game. I
हैं
haven't
कभी
watched
कभी
it.
ऐसे ऐसे कर
But
जाती हैं हमारी
very, very rare stuff coming out. And this is obviously 2 teams that have incredible experience with the game in general and against
मैच
each
स्टार्ट
other.
हो गया भाई
So
गाइस
try to be
लेट्स फोकस
creative and
लेट्स
come up
गिव
with
आवर
something
एनर्जी टू
different.
ओजी ओजी टेक माय एनर्जी बट नॉट माय
I did
स्किन्स
not think I was going to see a Drow
और ये
Naga
पहले
lane
क्या
today,
ट्विच चैट में स्पैम होता
when
था
I woke up. But that could be what I get in the end here.
Well,
Very
we're getting-
interesting stuff
We're
from
getting
OG.
closer to TI. That means Naga will be a
Go, OG.
hero, and it's
Go,
always
OG.
been a
OG,
flex of
OG.
sorts. You're right. It's been a while since it's been support, but it's not as rare as
ये
the
तो माफिया मुंडी
position
खड़ी है
5
कुटाई करने के
Razor,
लिए
though.
ओ
I'll say
that
that
is true.
emphatically. But yeah, you're right. It's the position 5 Naga. We got the position 1 Drow, and mid Razor going to be going against a mid Timbersaw. So, what is that matchup like?
So basically, when OG had the last pick, what they identify is that Nigma have 3 melee cores, and that's why Nigma banned Monkey King, right? Because that's the Thompson go-to in these situations.
Right.
So then you think, okay, what are the next heroes that are amazing against melee cores? And that's Razor, right? He's the first one that comes to mind. So they pick that. I think Timbersaw is one of the melee heroes that does the best against Razor, simply because when you get levels in reactive armor, you're tanky enough to not get killed. You have a natural way of getting away with the Timber Chain, and you have spell damage, which, you know, that's one of the reasons that Razor loves laning against a hero like TA, is that she can only CS with physical. But something like Timbersaw, you can usually get at least a couple of CS per wave with just spell damage if you get drained. Thompson will obviously drain him no matter what to build an advantage, but I reckon Miracle will do better in this lane than in last game. I don't think he's more favored than last game, but it's harder to screw up, I think.
Not expecting either.
Can't believe I'm
player to
saying that about
really-
Miracle, right? But that last game was just
Yeah.
not good. Like, sometimes it happens, even to the best.
Yeah, it's what we call an anomaly, Cinderman.
Yeah.
But we're seeing Terrorblade yet again. This is a hero that likely will get a few touches in the upcoming patch, whenever that is. But from Nigma's side,
And
aside from
Notelo
MTB,
शायद
they have
first
the
time
old
खेलते
tried
हुए
and
देखा
true
होगा ये।
Mars ult into Phoenix Egg
नागा सारे
combo, which I feel like was super popular pre-major and then into the major a bit as well. And I don't know if it's dropped off or maybe like the Wyvern has just taken over everything. This combo is still good, right?
Yeah, it is. I will say. Oh, hang on. GH.
He's getting quite low. Sumail with the right
dead.
click.
Brown
Not even
day.
needed. Yep. Ends up getting with the
Alright,
यार
creeps.
मुझे इसके लिरिक्स सिखा दो भाई
And we
कोई
obviously we did not get the Naga Drow lane, which I think would have probably
यार
been
तू
expectable,
कमाल है यार
because then
तुझे
you
ये
have,
मैच
you know,
अच्छा नहीं
melee
लग रहा है
lanes
यार
in
तू
both lanes
जी
instead
की
of
बात
double
कर रहा है
range and
यार
double
दो
melee.
ही।
But I think the call here from OG is if we put Naga Drow bottom, we're too exploitable. So we're gonna make our top lane weaker in order to make sure that our Drow has a good time. And I actually like this idea. I think this was a good choice. Obviously, they get the first blood there too, but yeah, about the Mars Phoenix, honestly, I think Naga is a really good counter actually.
Black
that
screen
we're
आ रही
gonna see in play here.
रुक
When that
जा भाई,
arena
रुक
and
जा भाई,
Supernova get
रुक
popped,
जा
you can
भाई।
Song of the Siren for disengage. You can try to kill the egg. And
ठीक
you
है।
know it's a traditional solution to these AOE ultis to have a
मारो
support
मारो
Naga. See Seb getting killed here though.
बहुत डैमेज है इसकी, इल्लू बहुत
having the
डैमेज
best
देती है भाई
time
वो
on the
छन छन
Sand
छन छन
King.
करके।
Yeah, and since we haven't really
say
seen
the
support
least.
Naga in quite a while, it you know, you talk about it being a good counter with the song and all, but remember since it is a support, they're not going to be getting a ton of levels on No Tail, and Song of the Siren radius 1,000 at level 1. It ramps up
That's
per
true.
level. So
That is
that's
true.
something that you don't really notice in the core rolls because they just get those levels so fast, but something to watch for, obviously.
Very true.
But in the mid lane,
Split
Thompson
VCC.
15-5 versus Miracles
Dota
14-1.
सब
So
चल रहा है।
very.
Split Villa देखता है तू?
This is what we want to see. We don't want to see one
तू
person
Split Villa देख?
dumpster another. We want to see it very
ये
even.
रोडी जो
We wanna
Split
see
Villa वाले
60
ने
minutes,
मेरे दोस्त
tier
नहीं
5
बन सकते
items,
ये।
Synderin.
नहीं।
Yes, you do.
We
Not
can talk about
possible.
that in 10 minutes if you'd like. Just remind me
एक मिनट।
in the top lane. Pressuring Seb just a
हाँ
little
जी।
bit out here, but
हाँ।
are you expecting any lane to be kill heavy this time around?
I think the most likely one is bottom, right? It's the double range Drow Lion against Phoenix Mars, who progress a lot by hitting level 3. Both lanes really do. Lion getting it before GH down here on the Phoenix. You can just see they keep laying into mind control. He's already forced to buy a salve, and now he's sending out a bracer for a little bit of sustain at least. But yeah, that should be the most likely kill lane. Like, Thompson is going to keep doing this in mid, and Miracle will be like, wow, this is really annoying. Now I'm going to wait it out and try to get CS with Whirling Death. I'm actually surprised he's attacking the
भाई
creeps.
टॉपसन
Currently
की
has -5
एक स्किल
damage,
होती है
so
जिसको भी नहीं पता,
it's not even
सेकंड
doing
स्किल
anything.
रेजर की।
I feel like if you have
वो
minus
डैमेज
damage,
चूस
you
सकते हैं
should
सामने वाले
heal.
का फॉर अ सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, वो
That's
डैमेज
my
उसके पास आ जाता है।
change log.
समझ रहे हो?
That makes
तो
a lot of no sense.
टिम्बर
there's a
सॉ
lot
का
of things that
डैमेज
don't
चूस
make
के
sense in
उसको
Dota,
उल्टा
so
मारेगी,
don't
तो
ask questions
that is
about
true.
मेरे हिसाब
If
से
I
इट
struck
इज अ
Diddy,
गुड
you'd be like,
मैच
okay,
भाई।
sure. But if
देखो
because
बाकी
I
हम भी
suggest
डोटा में
it,
नूब ही
you
हैं,
like it. Just throwing it
Yeah,
out there.
that's generally how it goes
तो
when a
भी
smart
भाई देखने में
person
बड़ा
chooses
मजा आता
something
है।
against a not so
वो
smart
जीत जाए भाई भाई कुछ भी कर।
Usually they think the smart
God.
person has a better
खतरों के
idea.
I really
खिलाड़ी।
set you up for that one. I
मैं तो
apologize
क्राउड क्रिस्टन
for giving you such an easy one. But
रामी।
yeah, Drow Ranger Synderin. I'm very excited to see some male Drow. How does that hero fare in this matchup against TB? Like when we get to
One of
mid
the
to
better
late game?
carries for sure, because of marksmanship. Terrorblade will always play from range, so marksmanship will be active and it can pierce him. So it is just traditionally one of the best carries at dealing with it. The concern that I have for Sumail in this game actually is not coming from a core perspective. It's the Venge. I think that is a really good hero against Drow. Swapping
Yes,
Drow
yes.
out of position feels so bad.
डोटो
Like, this hero
हाँ भाई
is
सुशांत
extremely
डोटो
dependent on standing in the
भाई
back
बहुत ही
lines, and they
क्रूशल
have a hero that can
वो
handle it.
जो भी इसमें से
Crow
जीतेगा
probably needs level 2 ult, so it's
वो एक
gonna
स्टेप
take
आगे
some
जाएगा
time.
क्वालिफायर में, और
But
जो भी
any good
हार
swap on
जाएगा
Drow can determine a team fight,
टीम गोज होम।
or at the
वो
very
TI10
least
में
force
नहीं
out
कर
a
सकती
Song of the
क्वालिफायर,
Siren,
समझ रहे
for
हो?
example. So
Yeah.
क्या लगता है
that's a
सुमेन
very,
एमवीपी
very
बनेगा भाई,
cool
बिल्कुल
guy.
बनेगा
Yeah,
भाई,
you could have
द
Burrow
किंग
Strike
विल बी द
initiation, I
एमवीपी
guess.
भाई।
Ooh, nice impale in the bot lane. Sumail's going to turn around with this multi-shot. Very nicely played. Man, that was on point. Is on my control, just going to get harassed to the outskirts of the lane here. ILTW, though, gets Seb's courier. For a second, I thought that was Seb himself, but he is a Scorpion and not that cute little courier.
Dude, imagine if the
New
couriers
ISP
was big
कब?
as heroes. That would be menacing.
अभी तो ठीक ही चल रहा है।
That
अब
depends
उनसे
on
बात
what- I
भी
mean,
हुई
it
थी
could
मेरी,
be very
ऑप्टिक
cuddly.
फाइबर
It
जल्दी
was a
आने
huge
वाला है मेरे ख्याल
cat.
से, इस महीने में कह रहा था आ जाएगा, तो
Story.
देखते हैं।
I'd love that.
हो सकता है जरूरत ना पड़े
Add
लगवाने।
that to the change logs.
जो
and, you
जीतेगा
have
वो
a list of
क्वालिफायर
this
में,
frog in the
जो
upcoming
हारेगा वो
matches.
स्टैंड्स
Listening
में।
to you.
बिल्कुल,
Yeah,
जो
so
हारेगा वो घर पे,
Your
स्टैंड्स भी
couriers
नहीं
got
जाएंगे,
it.
फिर
Nerf
घर से
Fountain?
अपने
Okay.
TI10 देखेंगे अपनी मॉनिटर से।
Make courier.
डोटो
make
समझ
fountain
नहीं आती
cats,
मेरे को
yeah.
भाई। देख कुछ नहीं देखना,
We should obviously talk about the implications.
ये
of
देखिए
this
है ना,
match.
ये साम ये जो ग्रीन है
Kuro getting harassed here
और जो
with
रेड
the
है,
tail. Yeah, the magic
ग्रीन
is
वाले
strong,
जीतने
but
चाहिए।
the winner
इनकी
of this
रेड
is
वालों की
Thompson.
जैसी एचपी कम जाने लगे,
Success
ठीक है,
briefly out to
वो
GH,
जीत रहे
but
जीत रहे और जीत रहे
looks like
बस
he'll be
इतना
no worse
करना,
for wear.
ठीक है भाई।
And all right, Kuro.
ग्रीन वालों को सपोर्ट करना,
With the help of
रेड वाले
ILTW,
गंदे।
gonna try to turn this onto No Tail. Looks like that'll be an easy kill, blocking him with Kuro's body there. But winner of this goes to face Tundra of all teams. Not that that is a shock, I guess, but I figured one of these two.
मेरे
teams, I
नीचे
don't
के
know if I
बक्से
speak
तक
for you as
फाइबर है,
well,
और वहां से
either
कैट
Enigma
6
or
70
OG. I
एमबी
figured
पे
they'd be the
यही तो
upper
बीटी है
bracket. It
भाई।
is Tundra.
पहले मेरे घर के पास भी यही होता था,
Whoever loses,
फिर
is
तो
not
बाद
going
में
to
जाके
TI, Synderin. Do you
यहाँ
have
पे भी वो आ
Nice.
गई है, क्या कहते हैं, एसीटी आ गया था, तो मैंने बुलाया भी था एसीटी वालों को, पर वो डब्बा ही नहीं लग रहा था यहाँ पे,
I think
कोई
it's
पावर पॉइंट
probably
ही नहीं
gonna
मिल
be
रहा था
close. Tundra definitely has looked
पीसी
better.
अच्छा मोबाइल क्या
but
है तुम
I
पे
think
सुशांत?
perhaps with
सुशांत
the
पे
experience
सब
of
कुछ है
playing
भाई।
against them and their strategies, I
सुशांत
think
आदमी
whoever
अच्छा।
faces them will look better than they did earlier.
be honest,
But yeah,
दोनों
Tundra
ही
has
हैं, अभी
been looking
लैपटॉप
really
लेके आ
good,
रहा
so
हूँ,
probably
देख रहा
still
भाई,
favoring them going in, but I
लॉर्ड
would not be
पैसा
shocked to
बहुत
see
है
them
लॉर्डो पे, बस प्यार
getting
की कमी
truly
है,
tested and
क्यों
even
से
losing
जान प्यार की
in
तो
the
कमी
finals
लगती है
eventually. But let's just quickly go over how historical this game is going to be no matter who wins, right? So one of two things will happen. Either Kuro will miss TI as a player for the first time ever.
गाइस डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक एंड
That's 10
सब्सक्राइब, हम
years
6 सब दूर है भाई
as he's
300 से,
now getting killed
भाई
by his,
तुम्हें स्ट्रीम अच्छी लगे तो लाइक
position
सब्सक्राइब
5 from
करना
last game, the
एंड
Razor.
अपने दोस्तों में शेयर करना
Either
ताकि
Kuro
भाई
will miss his
300
first TI
सब्सक्राइबर पहुंचे।
ever as a player, or
yeah.
OG will not go for the first time since they were OG and they won TI twice in a row. So, you know, it's pretty crazy. The stakes in this are probably, from like a Dota history standpoint, this might be the single craziest lower bracket game we've ever had in a qualifier.
True.
I definitely agree. Now, keep in mind
actually
that other
insane,
teams
the players
that have
will miss TI.
other teams that have won TI, I know it's not twice, but have in some cases have not made it to TI. I think Wings is one of them. I think there's another one on top of that. I can't think of it on the top of my head, but so it has
You
happened.
mean the following year?
Yeah, the following year. Correct.
Sumail?
Yeah.
मर जाएगा मिरेकल,
Oh, he's gonna get Hex mid
मर
Timber
जाना
Chain.
चाहिए, मार दो,
Does a lot of damage to
Please मार दो।
withstand. Thompson's ult is popped right now. Timber Chain on the other side now, but he's completely surrounded with the ensnare.
मर गया
and the
भाई,
impale.
मर गया गाइस, मर
Nicely
गया।
done from OG.
शाम 6 बजे के
That
बाद जिंदा होता
definitely
हूँ,
helps
DC
Thompson out
ड्रैग,
quite a bit. You can look at his
That
net
laugh
worth
is
right
so
now.
toxic.
Top.
Oh
You
my
and these
God.
voice lines, Cinder.
By
Get
Legends,
with
not
it.
League of
This is
Legends.
lower bracket, okay? Take it seriously.
I know. Well, I mean, I gotta highlight it, right? Because the teams have definitely muted each other, so you know they're not hearing it.
राइट वाले, हाँ राइट वाले
probably
के
true.
क्या हाल है
No
भाई
way.
टाठौर,
Probably
I think
true.
playing against OG and not muting their players is like
क्या देख रहे हो तुम रे?
it's
Griefing
definitely
yourself.
a negative
डोटा
win
का
rate.
TI 10 क्वालिफायर्स, TI का पता, अगर TI के बारे में नहीं जानते तो गूगल करो, दी इंटरनेशनल,
Yeah, so OG or Enigma rather tried to make a move bottom onto Sumail, but Mind Control missed the god.
दी इंटरनेशनल डोटा 2 सर्च करो जल्दी, बखला जाओगे।
When he TP'd out, so pretty big. OG now with it.
शांत रह के, थोड़ा सा चुप रह
It's
के।
a miracle. This is going to be a full duration static link. They won't be able to kill him, but this is going to be a lot of CS for Thompson here in the mid lane.
फाइनल नहीं है ब्रो,
He's
क्वालिफायर है,
actually rushing
उसका आज
BKB
फाइनल है,
first
ये क्वालिफायर का
item. What are your thoughts
लोअर
on
ब्रैकेट
that?
फाइनल
I
चल रहा
like
है,
it.
इसके बाद
I
ग्रैंड
like it a lot
फाइनल
for their lineup. They want a frontliner to come out of mid and
Huh?
just run at people so they can hit their stuns. Thompson can't die in this game when he's BKB to anything else than the Terrorblade. Well,
He's going to
क्या
get
कह रहा है?
currently, and he's diving the tower, so that was
reflection.
हाँ अभी ऐसे
Everybody
समझ
has
नहीं
come
आएगा
to
अगर
play,
फॉलो नहीं
and
करा तो
Thompson,
गेम।
ooh, literally all 5 members of Team Nigma. Goodness
thought
gracious.
बस भाई ये समझ लो, हरे वाले जीतने चाहिए, लाल वाले हारने चाहिए, बस जीत गए हम, हमें इतना ही चाहिए।
That was weird.
All right, to be fair, he does play heroes that have a lot of mobility center, so Razor
Yeah,
not
he
exactly
does.
the first
खत्म
hero
बात।
I think of.
I think another thing, this is probably Thompson's highest CS all year at 10 minutes, so
हरे
he
वाले
needs to get
जिताने
down to his normal
भी
level.
करके हरे वाले जिता। अरे नहीं सुमेल गया गया, लग गए भाई के, लग गए भाई के।
That Mars Arena, Sumail stuck inside the rebuke will keep him safe, but there you see the
ओ
song.
बच गया,
No tell. In the area.
गाना चला दिया था, अरे भाई
Miss.
ओपी।
Looks like Kuroki's going to get fingered either way, though. No tell is going to be the trade at the very least. Seb
Told
jumps
him
in.
on
This is a huge team fight at the beginning of the game. The G1 tower is being focused by ILTW.
मिरेकल को मिरेकल
Get a
फोकस करो,
success
मिरेकल
rate.
मारो भाई।
Objective-based gamer over here, but it's going to cost them mind control at the very least.
क्या कह रहे
So
हैं?
a 2-for-1. Very strange fight. ILTW didn't even bother crossing that line there, Cinder. And they might, if they get Miracle, this will be huge. Timber chains, Seb pursuing. Soxa's in the area, but Thompson has another plasma field in 2 seconds. Needs to stay on the outskirts in the burst.
उठाई भाई, हेलो
3 kills.
आज जीत रहे क्या? क्वालिफायर
Really
बोलते।
has survived. Oh gee, what a defense.
Sumail solo kills GH too. Oh boy.
Basically,
क्या मारा है?
not including ILTW, but the tier 1.
इसमें क्या अच्छा होना
I
चाहिए,
honestly
जैसे
think it was
CS
a really
में
good call from LTW
इसमें
to
दिमाग
not
चाहिए
dive in
भाई,
there and try to
इसमें
fight.
it's
I
like
think that was just reckless. And it-
चारों
maybe
तरफ
a little
आपको
bit-
दिमाग चाहिए। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इतने
I wouldn't
आइटम
say
कॉम्बिनेशन,
inexperience
हर
on
प्लेयर
Enigma's
की
part, it's
स्किल,
just- it's
किसके
been
अगेंस्ट
probably
क्या
been a really
सेट
long time
बैठता
since
है,
they've played against Naga,
पिकिंग
right? Like,
फेज
it's just
वगैरह
not
वगैरह, मतलब
maybe something you
दिस
think
इज अ
about
गेम
intuitively
कि
in the correct manner
लाइक
for
5-6 हज़ार घंटे से पहले कोई
There's
अच्छा
no
होता ही नहीं इस
Tango,
गेम में,
so
समझ रहे हो? मतलब
Yeah,
बहुत
it is
ज्यादा
here.
ग्राइंड। अबे नहीं, वो तो मैं समझ गया कि क्या है, वो तो मैंने भी साथ में स्ट्रीम